We're going to do an experiment this morning. On the far right, I have 1-to-1 sugar. In the middle, I have 2-to-1. And on the far left, I have 1-to-1 with pollen in it. And we're going to see throughout the course of today and tomorrow which the bees get on. You can see I tried to put little markers to help the bees. I got the Rascal Apiary cell phone holder for the pollen. In the middle, I just put leaves and bark. And then over here, I put a little Rascal Apiary logo with a tennis ball, just to see, if it helps them.
I was perusing Facebook the other day, and people kept asking which sugar ratio should you be using right now. It's fall. Beekeepers want to make sure that their hives are nice and heavy for winter, so that way their bees have the best chance of surviving. I mean, they got a lot of resources, they're good to go. Now, the whole point of this is the middle 2-to-1 sugar syrup is supposed to be the closest consistency to honey. That's why they say during the fall, feed that, because then it's just straight into the cells. We're not trying to focus on building wax anymore or doing any of the extra resources that the bees need. The 1-to-1 sugar syrup is best for keeping your queen laying eggs and best for making more wax. It's kind of reserved for springtime. When you're teaching a beginner course, that's what you're taught, is 1-to-1 during the spring and 2-to-1 during the fall going into winter. Now, we've been watching a lot of videos and actually practicing this the last couple of years, is doing a 1-to-1 with a little bit of pollen in there. And we do that just to add some nutrients. A lot of folks will add Honeybee Healthy and other kinds of nutrients to their sugar syrup to try and help out the bees with their health, essentially. Now, you'll see here the 2-to-1 sugar syrup was finished first, meaning that the bees found that more important. The 1-to-1 sugar syrup was finished second, and then finally the pollen was finished third. Now, I don't know if the sunlight has a lot to do with which one they picked, because if you noticed at the beginning of the video, sunlight was hitting the 2-to-1, and then it moved on to the 1-to-1, and then finally all they had was the pollen left to get. So I wonder if I had switched them around where the pollen was in the sunlight, if it would have been done first. I've also noticed watching the video a couple times now, there's a little bit more, it looks like fighting or some sort of tussle going on by the 1-to-1 with pollen, and it happens a couple times. But when I walked out there and I looked at the bees, there was more than just honeybees over there. There were a couple hive beetles and some wasps, bald-faced hornets. You'll see the trays in the middle have a little bit of water. That's because it rained the night before. I was going to pour that out, but I had already had the sugar syrup set up, and I didn't want to risk spilling it everywhere and having ants come in and take down the sugar syrup before the bees. If you noticed anything I didn't notice, let us know. If you have any more knowledge to add, please add it to the comments. Let's continue the discussion here. Maybe some of my markers could have been better if I did like a blue, green, red. Remember to be courteous in the comments. Each time you watch one of our videos, please click like and leave a comment. Any sort of support for the channel just goes directly back to the bees. We do have some ads, and that creates revenue, but all of that revenue does not go to us as humans. It's going straight to the bees. I'm not using this money to buy tools or anything else like that. It's just anything for the bees as far as treatments and maybe more hive boxes. If it's just buying wood and then I craft the hive boxes. I also want to say thank you for watching, and please go check out our blog. Lisa is writing free beekeeping lessons that are meant as a supplement to the beekeeping course that you take with your association. If you have any questions, please contact us. There's the website, rascalapiary.com. Have a great day.